Hi, everyone, and welcome. A friend of mine said to me recently, "You should talk about this why we stop feeling joy. It's happening to me, and I think it's happening to a lot of people. And I do recognize it well. I have been there too. Actually, I'm probably there more often than I'd like to admit. I heard it from other friends and clients too. I used to get so excited about things, and now everything feels plain or stressful. For example, trips were once something to look forward to. Now it feels like an unexciting to do list. Flights to book, packing lists to make, work to organize. So, when did anticipation turn into yet another project? You see something beautiful, maybe a light hitting the trees just right, or your city at dusk, any perfect little moment, and your brain goes, "Oh, that's nice," and then immediately thinking about what you need to cook for dinner, or that email that you forgot to send, or where you park your car. So you're standing right there, looking at this beautiful thing, and you're already gone. And if you're here, if you're reading this or listening to this, I'm guessing you know exactly what I'm talking about. We've become tourists in our own lives. And here's what I think is happening to us: we see beautiful things, but we don't actually let them in. We hear music, but we don't let it move us. We eat something delicious, and we're already thinking about the next thing. And we are with people that we genuinely love, but our brain is running through our to do lists. It's not that we don't care, it's not that we're cynical, it's not that we're always depressed. We've just forgotten how to pause and stay present and how to actually be rather than just pass through. Everything is becoming something to get through, to complete, to check off the list, even things that are supposed to be joyful. And you know what's really scary? We don't even notice we're doing it anymore. What's actually happening? So I've been going down a research rabbit hole because I wanted to understand. And here's what I found out. So we're literally not here, present, half the time. There's a part of our brain that's called default mode network that runs in background all the time. It's like having 50 browsers open in your head, constantly turning through the past and the future. What you need to do, what might happen, what you should have said, what they probably meant. And the research shows that we spend about 47% of our waking hours in this state. So, for nearly half our lives, we're physically present, but mentally elsewhere entirely. Half the time, we're not actually experiencing life, we're thinking about life. The body can't feel joy when it's a task mode. And this is where it gets interesting. You know how something you look at and then your brain registers, yes, beautiful, but you don't actually feel anything. And that's because joy lives in a different part of our nervous system, part of the brain, than running through to-do list. And when we are in the planning mode, when we are executing, getting stuff done mode, the body is literally in a different state or than observing. And in this state, we don't have access to wonder or pleasure of being moved by things. So that's why we know something is beautiful, but we don't really feel it. That's very strange, right? And the body, the problem is that body isn't available for experiencing it because it's still three steps ahead. Well, the brain is steps ahead, and the body is in the stress mode, managing, planning, and responding to this brain stress. Um, There is this wonderful scientist, Daher Keltner, that studies awe. And he found that when we actually let ourselves be moved by something, experience awe, it has physical effects on our body. We are experiencing lower inflammation, a more relaxed nervous system, and a sense of connection. And it does require time to slow down, even just for a moment. So when we're in the rush mode, we see, we register, we move on. We literally cannot access this experience, even if we're standing in front of something objectively magnificent. The beauty is there, but we're not available for it. There is another part. We've forgotten how to play. There is a research showing that when adults stop playing, and I mean actual play, not like self care activity that we turn into another optimization project, we get rigid, we lose vitality, and we get depressed. Play is how we stay flexible and remember joy. But play requires doing something for absolutely no reason other than it feels good. And we've completely lost that capacity. Well, many of us. Everything has to have purpose. Everything must be productive, self improving, content worthy. So, when was the last time you did something genuinely pointless just for the pleasure of it? Yeah, me too. Until recently, I can't remember. And so here we are. Half of our lives we're mentally absent. Our bodies are stuck in a state that doesn't fully allow joy in the stress state. We can't pause long enough to be moved by anything, and we have forgotten how to play. And it's not about being ungrateful, it's not first class problems, it's happening to everyone. This is about the fact that we spend years and maybe decades training ourselves to believe that our worth comes from something that we accomplish, that being productive is more important than being present, and that our value is actually our output. So we've learned to live entirely in our heads, planning the next thing, managing the current thing, reviewing the last thing. And when we live like this, we miss the actual life. Because life, real life, it's not about achievement, it's not about checking boxes or completing projects. It's the sunset, it's the music, it's the laughter, it's the way your coffee tastes in the morning, it's the feeling of the sun in your face, the moment your friend says something that makes you laugh so hard you can't breathe. So we're not really there for any of it, not really. We're already thinking about what's next or what should I do. Um, so what can we do about that? Here's something what I'm learning. You can't think your way back into joy. It doesn't really work. It's not an intellectual problem. It's a body and nervous system problem. And it starts with noticing. Oh, I'm registering that the tree um, is there instead of actually seeing it or paying attention to it. Oh, I'm planning dinner while my partner is talking to me and I'm not really listening to them. Or, oh, I just labeled that moment nice and moved on without actually understanding and feeling it. So it's not for beating yourself up, but it's building awareness. And then, after this hard part, building awareness is always hardest, giving yourself the permission to actually pause, even for a few seconds, to let something land, to do something completely pointless, to be affected in a positive way by your own life. Your body needs to remember that it's okay to be just here and that not everything is urgent, that you're allowed to just experience something without any actual reason behind it. You deserve to actually be present and experience, not only observe your own life. The capacity for joy isn't gone. I really believe that. It's just buried. Years of productivity culture and constant stimulation, and believing that being busy means being valuable. So you haven't lost it, you just lost access to it. And access can be rebuilt through pausing, through purposelessness, that's important, through letting yourself to be in awe again. And you deserve to feel joy right now in this moment in your actual life.